Good morning. It's been Saturday, so we're going on like 5-6 days of me finding out. I finally told Austin last night. It was so hard to tell him and him not know the camera was there, and knowing the camera was there was going to take him out of the moment. So I ended up telling him off camera, which is fine, and obviously he's very excited. He went immediately into dad mode though, and was kind of worried and stressed, and was like, well, the baby's gonna be here any minute now and we need to do XYZ. And so that was kind of funny because I was like, we just found out. So we have a little bit of time, but the immediate stress and responsibility hit him. But obviously happiness and joy and all that good stuff. And so we're excited, and now come Monday, I just got to call and make the appointment to confirm everything and see how far along I am. I think I'm only like 3 weeks, if I'm thinking about that right. I cannot be far along at all. But I wanted to kind of talk about, you know I have already spoken in some of my videos about not really having any symptoms. The only symptoms I have are cramps, and they're pretty constant. But that's why I just thought I was going to be starting my monthly cycle, because they just seem like those kind of cramps, like identical. However, my cycle never came and I'm still having cramps. And then the other thing I read online that actually is a symptom of pregnancy that I just said, well, oh, it must be my retinol or it's winter, is skin dryness. So I'm having some skin dryness, but as far as like everything else, I honestly am not really hungry. I'm not extra hungry. I'm not having any aversions, any soreness, any cravings. I feel really the same, which I think is why I'm kind of a little bit in denial. I don't know, it just doesn't feel real. I think telling Austin makes it feel a little bit more real, but I mean, everything just seems the same. So, finding out and taking the test, it felt really real in that moment. And now I kind of just feel like, I don't know. I just kind of think everything feels the same, which obviously I'm not having any symptoms or anything. I think the appointment and the confirmation there and just going through that with Austin and everything will really confirm a lot. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. I'm just excited that I'm making these videos, just to have the memories. I love photos, I love all of it, but videos and just knowing like how we feel in the time and like my signs and my symptoms and all that, I think it's just gonna be so special to look back on. And also the fact that I'm not having any symptoms, I know it's so early, but obviously it's my first pregnancy, so I don't really know what I'm talking about. But I feel like the fact that it's so early on is hopefully a good sign that my first trimester is going to be easy. A lot of my friends and my sister say that the first trimester was the worst. Like, they knew immediately because they were throwing up and they had nausea and all this stuff. And I feel like I'm kind of chilling. It's early on. I feel like I'm foreshadowing something dark coming my way. I hope not, but I don't know. I'm just hoping that that's going to be a sign that this might be a little bit easier, an easier pregnancy, at least this trimester. So we'll see about that. 9 months seems like such a long time, but I think Austin also kind of freaked me out in the sense of like, oh, it's like no time. The baby will be here before we know it. We need to get our house in order, do this financially, and I would really ideally like to be able to stay at home more. But I just am trying to remind him that God's going to provide all that. And if, like, no matter what happens, this isn't going to change anything. Like, God provides, we will be fine. We can keep praying towards me having the opportunity financially to be able to stay at home more. But, like, really, like, none of that pressure is on him. And that's what I was trying to remind him of, hey, like, just because this is happening doesn't change anything. God's still the one that's providing and going to take care of us and all that good stuff. But I just pulled up to small group, so I'm going to go in and get some Jesus time. I don't know how to use your Android. Nicknames for unborn babies. Bug. Angel. Bambino. Peach, Pebble, Pickle, Squishy, Bump, Grape, Dot, Bean, Bug, Bunny, Cletus the fetus. Should we do Cletus the fetus?
No.
Come on over here, Cletus the fetus. Little Chick. No, we don't know which one. Dumpling. That's very southern. Pumpkin. Starburst. Spawn. That seems so evil. Spawn. I don't know about that one. Spud. Thumper. Thumbelina. Where does that even come from? Tadpole. I just made my OBGYN appointment and it was really stressful because I had Googled and like I already knew who I wanted to see and they were booked. They weren't seeing anybody for our like potential delivery date. So I had to try to find somewhere else and I called like 5 places and they were like, oh, we don't take your insurance or we're full or whatever. But I finally got in to see somebody and so let's just hope they're good because that's just so scary. I don't know. You just don't know who you're gonna see, but trusting in the Lord. So I don't know what week I am yet. We still haven't had our appointment, but somewhat yesterday, but really today, I'm feeling all the symptoms. Like if I didn't already take a test and know, I would definitely be like, I'm pregnant. I mean, the morning sickness, which is now just nausea all the time, and then my smell, I can smell everything, especially like with patients and being in the medical office. I'm like, the smells are really strong, but it's not bad or anything. It's kind of cool because I just kind of feel like it's a sign that everything's going right and you know there's a healthy baby bean in there growing. But yeah, so feeling lots of nausea, and the smell and cramping still. I feel like cramping has been my one symptom and sign that I've had this whole time. But really just kind of eating carbs right now, trying to eat. But excited. We have our ultrasound in 2 weeks. So I think we'll kind of figure out exactly how far along we are by then. Because right now, I'm not really sure. I will say another thing that I'm experiencing a lot is I feel like I'm not breathing. I keep having to remind myself to breathe, which seems so simple, but I don't know. It's just like I'll be doing a study or something, or even this morning getting ready, doing my makeup, and I was like, breathe. So I don't know. Just kind of weird. So I was just complaining earlier about how I was having morning sickness pretty bad. And Austin was like, I got you something in the mail. And look what came literally today. Preggie Pop Drops. The natural way to ease morning sickness. So exciting. And so thoughtful. I just got another package from my sweet husband. Taza Chocolate Taza Chocolate Dark Bark Variety Pack. Oh, these look good. Ooh. Y'all, I'm being spoiled. We've been talking about how much we want me to eat healthy and exercise and all that good stuff, and so it's just really sweet to have somebody go out of their way and like order things for morning sickness and, you know, order healthy snacks that are chocolatey but also good for you. That's so good. Blessed to have a husband that takes care of me, that's for sure. Check these out. So there's the pumpkin seed, coconut almond, sea salt almond. This is going to be the one for me, I think. And then toasted coconut. And it says they're all USDA organic, vegan, and plant-based. So, yummy. Okay, so I just got another gift in the mail from Austin. I keep saying they're gifts like he's not home, but he just gets them off Amazon. And then once they get delivered, he's like, go get it off the porch. But anyways, the Sparkling Mama Fizzelixir Morning Sickness Relief, lemon and ginger. So sweet. I tried the Preggie Pop Drops, and they kind of look like this. They're like little sour candies. They worked pretty good. Actually really good. The problem is though, is once you don't have it, like once it's gone, it comes back. So you kind of have to continuously have it for there not to be the morning sickness. At least that was my experience. But so far, those have been very helpful. So we're about to leave right now. Austin's getting ready for our first doctor's appointment. Hopefully you're gonna figure out how far along, potential due date, everything's gonna be fine because God's good. And you know, just kind of, I don't know, Austin and I were just talking about how like we really don't feel like it's real. Like we don't feel like really anything has changed. I only had like the nausea for about a week or two. And then I was like, in Jesus' name, this is not how my pregnancy is gonna go. And thank God it cleared up. So I've been feeling better. And so now it's just kind of like, besides being really tired, I don't really feel like I have a baby, you know? But so we'll see. I'm so excited. Hopefully we'll get an ultrasound. They think I'm far enough along to get an ultrasound. So hopefully we'll do that. And yeah, it's just gonna be surreal. First look. And did we do baby? So I am not as far as long as I was hoping. Only 8 weeks. And we couldn't hear. 4 days. Yes, that's right. 4 days count.
Yeah, it's almost 9 weeks.
My next ultrasound's not until 20 weeks. We have to wait 3 whole months. That's crazy. Everything looks good. Everything sounds good. So it still doesn't feel real. I think it'll feel real when I'm huge, you know. But now we're gonna get some food.
I got a lot to do. I got so much to do when I get back.
So we're on the way to the appointment, and I told Austin, okay, I said, when we get there, you're gonna be in the corner, because I do ultrasound, so I was like, just take a photo or a video or something, you know, they're not gonna say anything. So we get there, and what does Austin do? He asked the guy if he could take the photo, and then he was like, you're not supposed to. When you didn't trust me, you should have just done it. But then what did he say?
I got in trouble.
No, he said the answer is no, but you can do it. But then he said you could do it, which is what I told him in the first place.
Don't let me see you doing
it. Great news. Okay, so I just had my appointment this morning. And since I am tracking earlier, I called back the original place that I really, really wanted to be seen because it's a smaller practice. I liked this place that I went to this morning. They were really nice, but they just have so many doctors and midwives that it would just be impossible to get to know everybody that potentially would actually help me with when the day comes for delivery. So I really had my heart set on this other place that had 2 doctors, 1 midwife, and that was it. So you really got to know, you'll get to know everybody that is a part of the process, and it won't, there's no potential chance of a stranger coming in helping me, deliver if something's wrong. I would just want a familiar face. And this place had great reviews, so I just called them, and since I had a new due date that's a little earlier, they said they have a few spots left for that month. And so they're gonna call me back, but hopefully I'll be able to get into that practice, which would be so good. heart rate of 159. You can see little Bean's hands. I am 10 weeks and 6 days. You said you're hoping for a boy? I don't know. I keep accidentally calling it he. So I feel like that's my gut. But I just feel like all firstborns are boys. So the little cute little nugget. I think Austin and I both are freaked out about how big the head is. So, but apparently that's normal. This appointment went so much better. I feel much better. One of the first things she said was she really tries to be the one to deliver her babies, and she gave out this whole book, which is so sweet, about herself and what she does. And then like when she went over the C-section part, she was like, "You're not going to need that." And I was like, "Yes, ma'am." The hospital that we deliver at is baby friendly, meaning they don't take them away or anything like that. They're with you the whole time. They're skin to skin, all that good stuff, which is nice. And she got a call from one of the people, one of her other patients that she's doing, and she was talking to her because she's doing everything all natural. And it was just really nice to hear like she already has a patient that is kind of what I want to do, because I was able to tell her I want to do things as natural as possible. Yeah, I feel good. And little Bean is almost 11 weeks. So, and we decided not to do was the genetic testing and the early testing of the gender and all that stuff. She was saying that I'm very low risk. Yeah. Chick-fil-A. I'm very low risk. So really all of that is just, it wasn't necessary, and I'll find out the gender eventually. So I decided not to do the extra testing. I know a lot of people do that. She also told me I should look into taking vitamin B6, I think. Do you remember? It was vitamin B6. Yeah, to try to help with nausea. And then there was something else. Ginger. What was the very first thing she said? I think it was C bands.
Yeah, it's the pressure bands for your wrist, I guess.
No amount of alcohol or street drugs are known to be safe. No amount. If you smoke, so does your baby. Pregnant women eat an extra 100 to 300 calories per day. That's it? Just 100 to 300? I was told we have a hall pass to just eat whatever we want for 9 months. Scoop of peanut butter. You're telling me an extra 100 to 300? Exactly. I think it's 2 scoops of peanut butter.
Maybe.
This is equivalent to a small snack. Apple and peanut butter. How did you call it?
That's all you need.
You said... This is something that we've been talking about a lot. Sleeping on your side is the best position because it allows for maximum blood flow to the baby. I've been waiting for him to move around. For it, sorry. I always say him.